Okay.
All right. Mentally preparing.
Let's
Let me
do
play
it.
let me play the song through my headphones. Tweaking off the 2CB, huh? To make DVD, huh? I thought I was gonna run DMC, huh? I done died and lived again in DMT, huh? See this type of head that won't come down. This the type of how do you get your gun down? Easy trolling OD, huh? Turn TMC to smack DVD, huh? Russell Simmons wanna pray for me too. I'ma pray for him because he got me too. Thinking what happened to me too, because I'm on E-News. Yeah. Welcome.
Whoa. Welcome, guys, to the second episode of Real Talk. I'm Tommy, and with me, as usual, is Gavin.
Bones.
How you doing, Muns?
Feels good to be in color this time.
It does feel good.
Whew. Energy
What do you-
blast. Ripping through
Energy
that.
blast?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Feeling psyched.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Drinking a lot of Red Bull?
If only you knew.
Yeah.
If only you knew what I've been doing in quarantine.
Oh.
Only you knew.
Boy. Can you walk me through a day in the life of Gavin's quarantine?
Sure. I'll segue straight into our investment section of
Okay.
this week's episode. Invest in gold, assault rifles, oil. The economy is going to collapse. You'll be wiping your butt with US $100 within the next week. What do? Invest in yourself. Small skills are what employers want. For example, I've been working on getting a handstand down these past few days. I watched a YouTube video. It said, learn a handstand in 5 minutes. I've been following that like the Bible. And the one time I tried it, freaking stretched my back in ways they've never been stretched before. On the ground, shaking, quivering afterwards, didn't move for a couple, 20 minutes or so. But my back doesn't crack anymore. When I twist, it doesn't crack. So you tell me. I did the handstand. I stood on my hands, handstand style.
Yeah.
I was, my legs were in the air. I even had my little sister take a picture. and then I just flopped on the ground and just things went south.
Yeah. Did she see all that? I wish it was a video.
Actually, there might be video of that. I haven't bothered to check, but one day I will. But yeah, invest in yourself. Bones, any skills you've been investing in yourself?
During
the
this
economy is
quarantine,
looking ripe for self-investment.
Yeah, let's see. Self-investment. I have been investing myself into procrastination, definitely. I've had a lot of time to do projects and work, and I just have not done it. So,
The
procrastination.
art of enjoying life.
Yeah, there we go.
Otherwise known as procrastination.
Yeah. That's what I've been investing into myself.
Little bonus nugget, if you're looking for things to invest into, juggling. I've been learning how to juggle recently.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't have my bags with me, but I could juggle almost 5 in a row.
Really? I can't do any. What's the technique? How do you get that form down? What's it all about? What's the secret?
So I actually learned this from a book, which you would think you'd find this on YouTube. But anyway, it's all about the jug, okay?
All about the what?
Study the jug.
The jug?
The jug. This book, it teaches you first you take the ball and throw it in the air and just let it hit the ground.
That's part of the process.
This isn't actually a joke. That actually is what it says. So yes, I stood in this very room, threw the ball up several times and just let it drop. Then you do it and you catch it. That's step number 2. Up, catch.
Same hand?
Catch. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Then what you do, it's called toss and catch. Take it, throw it in the air, catch it with the other hand.
Ooh.
That's step 3. Step 4, these are outlined in very heavy detail in this book, okay? Step 4 is what's called the transition or something. And you got to switch, okay? Throw it here, then you throw it back. You throw it here, throw it back. You got 2 balls going, okay?
Oh, okay.
You got 2 balls. It's called the exchange. So the balls come in, Gotta get the other ball out of the way, toss it back. And basically you just do this by practice. There's a book is so useless. And then
How much was the book?
anyway,
Did you buy it?
yes.
When?
It's about self-investment.
All right. Self-investment.
So anyway, it wraps up with the jug. Now the jug's the most complex part of juggling. That's when you add the third ball,
Yeah.
which is actually all an illusion because there's no such thing as the jug. It's only doing the exchange twice.
What?
Yep. It's
Who
insane.
wrote this?
So by the time you know how to exchange, you know how to juggle because there's no such thing as a jug. Only the exchange.
So when people are juggling like flaming stuff, they're like holding fire in their hand. Pretty much. It's badass. Are you gonna get to that level?
No,
No.
I can't.
Who-
I can still barely juggle, but I can.
Who's the book by?
Oh, I don't know. I wish I had it laying around.
What's it called?
It's like half a joke book. It's called Learning How to Juggle for like the Everyday Klutz or something.
Juggling for the Complete Klutz.
Yep, that's it.
John Cassidy. Oh, it comes with stuff to juggle with?
Yeah, it comes with the balls.
Nice, dude.
It's raw.
3 million copies sold.
That's a bestseller.
Comes with 3 aerodynamically sound bean bags. Nice. Have you tested the aerodynamics on those boys?
Yeah, I've been throwing them a lot in my dye. Pretty aerodynamic.
Includes an 88-page instructional book with Klutz certified crystal clear instructions. Months, dude. Read this thing cover to cover, and I don't see why you can't join a circus.
I'm pretty close. There is a whole section on flaming items and bowling pins and stuff. So
Really? Yeah, dude, you got to start leveling up.
that's just a course. Yeah. I'm at juggling 101, about to graduate to juggling 200 soon. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
What's the point of money when I could juggle?
Exactly. Well, you heard it here first.
Yes.
Juggling is the future. Get on it.
You know, I actually had a vision of me doing a handstand and juggling with my feet. I don't think that could have worked, but imagine the sensation.
Dude, I'd like to see that. That'd be pretty cool.
Would you pay for it?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I think
Yeah,
I
no
would.
doubt. You wouldn't pay to see someone do a handstand and juggle with their feet?
Oh, no, I definitely would.
Yeah,
Certainly.
that'd be sweet. Just like a little street performer. He wouldn't even be a street performer at that point. He'd be making millions off of that.
You'd be a performer because you'd be in Vegas.
Boom. You're
Surrounded
right.
by stacks.
Yeah, good point.
Speaking of money,
Let's hear it.
movies. Money movies.
Money movies. Months. All right. So let me hear it. Let me tell you about it, dude. I'm going to start off. I just watched Knives Out. Did you get to seeing that?
I've not seen Knives Out. My mother recommended it, which instantly turned me off. But
D- See, I thought the same thing. My mom was like, we should watch Knives Out. And I was like, I'm going to be honest. The first 20 minutes, I was like, this sucks. It was just kind of boring. And it was a lot of like build up, like explaining the story, I guess.
Mhm.
And then, I don't know if you know about the movie at all, but it's like a whodunit, you know, it was like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I knew from like the previews who it was going to be. And I was right. So I was like, all right, well, that's pretty cool. But I guess like the way that they like did it was interesting. I don't know. It was definitely a good movie. By the end, I was like, dude, I love this movie. It's really good. Then the final credits hit and it said written and directed by Ryan Johnson. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Like this dude won an Oscar for this movie, right?
Yeah.
Ryan Johnson is the same guy who wrote and directed Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, which was one of the worst movies
gosh.
I have ever
Really?
seen. So I was like, I was rattled and just so upset. I felt betrayed because it's like, why would you put so much effort into this movie that won you an Oscar, which is great. Like, congratulations. That's pretty badass. But like,
Yeah.
this where was the effort for Star Wars? Like it just sucked. That Star Wars movie is the worst movie I've ever seen, I think. And I love Star Wars, and he messed it up, dude. And so
Fascinating.
for that, I would like to give Ryan Johnson a sincere fuck you, dude. Okay, big time, bro.
Yeah, dude. You honestly.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So that's my movie take for Knives Out. Screw Ryan Johnson for
That's
being good.
interesting because with Disney on your back and billions on the, you would think you would put your heart and soul into a Star Wars movie.
No, he put no effort in it. I feel like that Star Wars movie sucked.
I honestly think sometimes that like your average Joe knucklehead could write a better script than the 3 Star Wars
Oh,
that came out. There are
dude,
some
for
fans out there that
sure.
have devoted their lives to just the theory of Star Wars, and they
Yeah,
pay them $100 for their script. They'd pee themselves, you know? Like, come on,
there's some good Star Wars fan fiction out there. Those Star Wars, those like big time Star Wars nerds, they know what they're doing, dude.
dude.
And Ryan Johnson just isn't one.
Something I read about Star Wars is when George Lucas, before he even made Episode 1, you know, before he made A New Hope, the like first Star Wars movie, right?
Yeah,
He wrote out the plot for all 3 or all 9 movies, all 3 trilogies, right?
yeah,
So he had like an insane amount of plot, just totally like a whole. He basically nerded out in his basement for like months and made like I think it was like 1,000,000 words long or something, like a whole universe in his basement. And then he threw it at somebody, made him turn into a script, you know. But like,
yeah,
just put in that much care to make a movie, and then Disney's like, all right, you got a year, you got 2 years. We don't have a plan. Nail it, just nail it, you know.
yeah. I can't believe that.
Just
It's
do all the cool fights that everyone wants to see and make a lightsaber that has little nubs on the side to make
yeah.
cooler new
Oh
toys.
God. He put in George Lucas puts in so much work. Episodes 4, 5, and 6 are so good, and then 1, 2, and 3 still George Lucas, but people aren't too crazy about them.
Yeah,
I think they're a lot of fun,
they
personally.
are. I think they're a lot better than the new 3.
Yeah, they're definitely better
Like
than
the
the new 3.
prequels are more enjoyable than the new 3. Like
Definitely. I mean,
I
Jar
haven't
Jar Binks
rewatched 8
sucks.
once.
I've seen it twice. Yeah, I rewatched it one time, and I was like, I don't know why I just did that.
I really don't like 7. I just don't.
I was gonna say I like 7. I thought they started off well with 7, and then 8
I don't
came
know.
and messed it up.
It just felt like unenjoyable. And then 9, picking up the pieces.
Yeah, 9
The
tried.
emperor base boost lasers.
Yeah, that was
that
crazy.
that was that helped him very much. But one more thing before we get too far from Knives Out.
Oh,
We
that's all
have
I
to
have to say
put
about Knives Out. I'm done with
I
Knives Out.
I
It was a good movie. I'm just upset by that freaking idiot wrote and directed it.
It is
But
kind of upsetting.
yeah. But then I also watched. I've been on like an '80s movie grind here.
Yeah,
I watched Some Kind of Wonderful. You ever seen it?
never.
It's a John Hughes movie. John Hughes is a beast, dude. He does Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's, Pretty in
Oh,
Pink, like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So he's on like all these like classics.
yeah,
So, and when I saw like, I was like, oh, it's a John Hughes movie. I was like, this is gonna be really good. It was a little disappointing and a little predictable. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. And then, but then I realized that he didn't write it; he just directed it. So I was like, oh, that's probably like I could have added to it. I don't know.
yeah.
It was so predictable though, dude. Like this guy is like into this girl, right? And he talks to his best
Mm,
friend who's a girl about it. And it's so clear that this girl is into him. His best friend is
yeah,
into him. And she's
yeah.
getting all mad that like she's getting all mad at him because he keeps talking to her about this girl that he likes. And he's like, why are you
Right.
getting mad at me? And it's like it's just so clear. And then in the end, he ends up going with his friend, even though the girl that he liked ends
Whoa.
up liking him. And it's like, oh wow, such a surprise there.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny. It had its good moments, but
I don't know why this brings to
yeah.
vibes of Trixie Tang from Timmy Turner.
Trixie.
That just returned to my mind.
How'd you have that name in the back of your head like that?
Everyone knows about Tang.
Everyone knows about what?
Trixie Tang.
Trixie Tang.
I think that's her name. Who cares?
I sure hope it is because we're like an idiot.
Yeah, we would look like idiots, except we wouldn't because Rambo was the most violent movie I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. Okay. Horror movies don't even come close to this, like disgusting dismemberment, zombie, whatever.
There's zombies in it?
Nowhere.
Oh,
No,
zombies don't come
no.
close to it. Okay.
They don't touch the level of insane violence. I'm gonna assume no one's gonna watch this because it just like didn't have very good reviews.
No, I'm not gonna watch it.
Holy crap, dude. Okay. So let me give you a taste of Rambo 1, First Blood. I'm going to
Okay.
take you through from the first blood to the last blood here. So,
Are
Rambo
these
1,
two different movies?
yes, they are two different.
I've never seen a Rambo. I'm
There are
sorry.
there are 4 Rambos, okay?
Okay.
Uh in the last Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, the main character, Rambo,
Yeah.
is an old man. In the first one, he's like 19. This is like just after he finished filming Rocky 2 and he was at like the height of his
Yeah.
fame. So, Rambo 1, First Blood is like this bizarre story. This guy Rambo, who's like this like commando, right? Like solo rider, comes back from Vietnam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking for all of his friends, right? Going to their addresses. And then he talks to their families and he finds out all of his friends from Vietnam died, basically.
Yeah, that hurts.
And then he's also like a mute for some reason. But anyway, he comes through like this random town in like Washington, the state, just middle of nowhere. And this cop pulls up to him and like, this is back in the time when you didn't want uh veterans in your town because they were considered bums, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like they're like, yeah, we don't particularly like people like you because he's still wearing his uniform. He has no clothes, no job. So the cop tells him, get out, go somewhere else. And he's like, I just want something to eat, just give me a day. And the cop goes, no, get out. He keeps kicking him out. So then he eventually just comes into the town, and then so the cops put him in jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they're crooked cops. They beat him up, they strip him down, they take him, whatever. And then like as he's getting hosed down, and he has a Vietnam flashback from like being tortured or something, and then he just goes insane and just punches through all these guys, like freaking takes like a knife or something, just gets out. He doesn't kill anyone, all right, because he knows they're American. Then he sneaks off into the woods, and like the cops just chase him down. I don't know why. Okay. And they bring a chopper. They bring a helicopter, like, right? They're
Yeah.
shooting at him. They're just like blast, like this like guy that's done basically nothing.
But they
And
bring
then
out a
like
helicopter for one guy.
they have a sniper on a helicopter chasing a guy in the woods. And then so Rambo outsmarts them, and like the guy in the helicopter falls out and like accidentally shoots the other guy or something. So like they're like, oh, he killed somebody. So then they go all out. They like bring in the military. So Rambo like sets up traps and trenches, and like he doesn't kill anyone though. He just like traps will hit them, and then they'll be like knocked out or something.
Rambo takes place in Washington State.
Yes, yeah, or something like that.
I always thought it was Vietnam.
Well, yeah, that's what's so bizarre about it is like he's like a super Vietnam guy, but he's in Washington State. Anyway, long story short, he like kind of like good naturedly like doesn't kill anybody except like the main cop who's like been mean to him the whole time, and that's
Wait,
it. Like,
Rambo doesn't kill anyone?
no, he
Dude, I
just
thought
like
he was supposed to be some like killing machine.
no, he doesn't. And then that's it. This like as he's like a special project, like they like the military like did something crazy to him to make him insane or something. Like the military just shows up, they're like, he's forgiven, we're taking him away now. Like that's it. That's Rambo 1. It makes no sense. It's just like it's like good Vietnam fun in your backyard, right? As as much as you can do that. Then Rambo 2, he goes to he's just in Vietnam. It's like his flashback to Vietnam or something, whatever. He's going insane. That's the time he's just actually going insane and killing people. Rambo 3, he helps like this Christian group like go upriver to like spread the gospel or something, the Christians. So he kills like all these
Rambo,
natives.
wait, Rambo helps spread the gospel or he kills the people spreading the gospel?
Yeah. See, it's confusing because he thinks he's he's helping these people spread the gospel or something. They kill the Christians, these natives. So he just butchers these natives, right?
I think I've seen part of that one actually.
So then fast forward to now. Rambo Last Blood, all right? So Rambo 1's kind of good-natured, whatever, it's like a giant gimmick movie, right?
Yeah.
This one is like insane, off the cuff, or like the writing makes no sense. It's so insanely violent. Rambo doesn't even kill a guy in the first one. I think he kills like one person, maybe two max. And like it's like a gunshot. It's nothing crazy. Rambo's doing like torture in this movie. Like he lives in this like farm in Texas, right? And he just rides horses, and he has like a niece or something that he looks after. And then of
Someone
course,
someone trusts Rambo to look after children.
the story's not worth getting into. It's just like it was written in minutes, you could tell. But anyway, uh, so Rambo has this huge network of tunnels in his giant, like 100-acre farm, right? Just tons and tons of tunnels filled with like traps. He has a forge in his basement where he makes knives or something. He just has a room with a couch full of like guns. It's like the total like American bunker dream. And then, but here's the thing that makes no sense. So he's in Vietnam, right? He was in Vietnam. He's always having these flashbacks. He takes all these pills, right? And he's walking around his tunnels, and like as he's walking through his own tunnels, he's starting to have more flashbacks. Like, why would you ever build tunnels if you know that's where
If
you've
you
had
know
like
it's yeah, why would you build tunnels if you know that you've had
you've,
horrible memories of tunnels?
yeah, because like he'll just be walking through like, oh, I gotta get to this side, and he goes like, oh, like just starts like spazzing, and then gosh, anyway, basically this one gets real dark. His like niece gets like sold into sex trafficking. She goes to Mexico one time, and
Pulled the short straw, dude.
yeah, gets sold into sex trafficking. So Rambo goes nuts, okay, trying to get her back, and he torches this dude to try to figure out where she is. He rips his rib out. His rib.
Wait, Rambo rips.
He rips out this Mexican guy, like knows where
Okay.
she is. He stabs him and rips his rib,
Reaches into the stab,
tears it out,
takes a rib,
tears
and
it out. And
dang.
that's not even the half of it. Okay. That I was like freaking out when I saw it. Like I stood up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most insane thing I've ever seen. No horror movie's ever even gotten close to that. Okay. So then he gets beat up and like cast out. All right. And then he just like gets into this guy's mansion or something and just goes like on a rampage and with a hammer. All he has is a hammer and just freaking beats these dudes to death. And it's like there's way too much blood. And it's like he just goes in with a hammer on a rampage and gets his niece back, his like niece daughter, right?
Nice.
And then he's driving her back to Texas. There's a scene where he's looking at the US border and all it is a fence, and he just like floors the gas and drives straight through the fence and like goes back to the America. But anyway, he's going back, and then she dies because she was like they put her on a ton of drugs and she was like dehydrated and stuff, like kind of dark, almost like these things actually happen. So it's really like
Yikes.
compared to the first movie, very sad and like real.
Well, except for the rib part.
Yeah. Premise like, oh, there's this Vietnam guy fighting 1,000 cops in Washington versus oh, your daughter's in a sex cartel, horrible reality.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Rambo's daughter dies. He goes on like a rampage. Freaking, he chops this dude's head off, rips it off, okay, and he's like drops the head, like like freaking stabs a bunch of times. When he kills people, he's in the first like in the beginning movies when he kills people, he's stealth, like he does like a whoosh, one stab,
Yeah.
done. In this movie, he stabs and then he stabs and stabs and stabs and he's like stabbing corpses. It's like gruesome. Okay.
Something happened to him, dude, in between movies 1 and 3.
Oh my
I don't know what it
gosh,
was, but it
dude.
awakened a beast.
But like like he rips this dude's head off. It's insane. And then this guy's brother comes to kill him. So the Mexican, cartel lord gets killed. So then the cartel lord, his brother's like, oh, you killed my brother, we're coming after you, right? So Rambo, being some kind of military guy, knows that'll happen. So he just equips his house for war, right? And like sets
Mhm.
all these like hundreds of thousands of traps. He builds like holes in the ground to just pop out of and like just shoot at these guys. So eight SUVs full of like Mexican guys roll up on his farm, right? One of them hits a freaking landmine, just explodes, all right? And then
This is
and then
his Texas ranch?
yeah, and he
Okay.
at his Texas ranch, he sets all these traps. He has his house like surrounded by like a wall of fire, right? So
A
like
wall of fire?
yeah, like he put like a ton of gasoline like in the earth so that like it would
Okay.
immediately explode into fire. So then they all stop, and then the cartel leader's like, oh, they killed my brother, I don't care, we're going after Rambo, right? So they all get funneled through like one point because there's a wall of fire around, right?
Yeah.
So they all funnel straight in, go straight to the house, and then Rambo's just like in these little holes, like shooting dudes like crazy. These dudes go to the barn. Rambo has like all this gasoline set up at the barn, so they all just like explode like a grenade. Like it's like, and then they get into the tunnels, right, to chase Rambo.
Oh, no.
And Rambo's got like he's got spike traps. Okay, these dudes fall in like a spike trap. He's got like forks that come out of the ceiling and just kill these dudes. He gets a sawed-off shotgun and puts like the magnesium bullets in there. It goes like, and like they explode in like a bloody like flaming mist. It's like so violent and loud, like you just like you're shocked.
I love
These
that he
dudes will get hit by
knows
traps.
I love that he knows how to rig all of these booby traps. And this is basically like the equivalent of these guys trying to like raid a freaking uh pharaoh's tomb or something.
Yes, dude. It's Rambo sharpens his blade so sharp that he just like slices clean through these dudes' legs and like body parts and heads. It's like, and then like dude traps, and he'll just like show up right behind them and be like, doo, 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 like shoot them in the head like 8 times or something. It's like, bro, what am I watching? Like, there's a point when like these guys they fall into the spikes, right? They're
Yeah.
dead. They're so dead. They're deader than dead. And he pulls up with like an assault rifle, so it goes like, and just like sprays them like after they're dead in the spikes. It's so unnecessarily violent. But it all builds up to this, right?
Yeah.
The cartel leader, he's the only one left. Rambo's picked up all of the rest of them. He's in the tunnels. Rambo turns off the power and starts blowing off bombs in the tunnels. So like his whole ranch is just exploding everywhere. And like the cartel leader, the explosions are going off, so it funnels the cartel leader into a barn, right?
Mhm.
And then he's hiding there. He thinks he's alone, and then Rambo's on the top of the barn, and he pulls back his bow, and he shoots the guy 4 times with the bow, right? So he's got one in both arms and both legs. So he's stuck on the wall, right? And Rambo's like, "You took my heart, so now you're gonna watch me take yours." And he cuts into the dude's chest and pulls out his like beating heart while the guy's alive, and just like crushes it while the dude's still alive. It's the most insane, over the top violence
I
ever
need to see
created
this
by me.
movie. When was this written?
Dude, this came out like maybe 2 years ago. Let me check.
How?
Holy,
I feel like if anyone brought that script to a studio to be
oh,
reviewed, they would be like, "This man has some serious issues and needs to be put on the FBI's watch list."
6.2 out of 10 by IMDb, 27 on Rotten Tomatoes, but 91% of people like this movie.
Jeez.
Let's see. 18th, 2019. Initially released in Indonesia. So here's the fun part. Written by Sylvester Stallone.
No way. He was like, two wasn't enough. I need a third.
And then
Oh my
Matt
god.
Kuranick or whatever, who cares? Here's the fun part, okay? So like you said, who would fund this, right?
Yeah.
Who would fund this? I'll tell you, Sylvester Stallone Films. He funded it himself because he thought this was so
Oh,
sick.
that makes sense because no other production company would ever pick that up. There's no way.
Dude, I'll tell you what. There was points when I'm like, what's happening? Like, I can't look away. This is so insane. Like, it's like, Oh,
Do you know
the
how much they
violence.
made?
I could check, but the violence is so over the top. Like you just want to. I don't know. There's nothing like it. It's the most violent movie, most violent entertainment in existence. It's like even if you think like dudes getting blown up, whatever isn't that crazy. Okay, this movie makes it crazy. All right, there's like loud sound effects, and
Can you
it made 91.5 million.
oh
It
my
made its money
god.
back.
How much did they put in?
50.
Jeez. Um, what
It's
was I
good
gonna ask?
action. Like the action's actually good.
Oh, can you explain to me what happened with he has four arrows and he hits one guy in the shoulder and it goes through him and sticks into the wall,
Yeah. So
and
the
then
guys.
another one hits him in the other shoulder and sticks him into the wall.
No. So here's what happens. Everyone's dead except the cartel leader, right?
Yeah.
He's hiding in the barn. He thinks he's alone, right?
Okay.
So he's up against the wall. He thinks he's alone. He's like peeking around the corner, and then he goes, boom, one shoulder, boom, other
Okay.
shoulder, hits him in the one leg, hits him the other leg, and he's stuck, right? He can't move. And then Rambo just walks up and just guts him alive.
Damn. That's pretty crazy.
It's like it's really written by a sicko. Like it's so gross. Makes you want to. It made me nauseous at points. That's not even a joke. Like it's like, jeez,
Um, let's switch over to a happier thought.
war.
What
No,
you want
what
to
do
talk
you
about
what do you
more?
got for us?
I got this new podcast that I found the other day when I was bored,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it, dude. There's only 4 episodes right now. I'm on episode 3, but if you guys listen to our previous episode, we started off talking about Community. I love that show so much. I watched it in an entire week. It took me 7 days and like 2 hours to watch it, and
Good
then
show.
it
So I'm
was
gonna throw
so
this a
funny.
tidbit in. Dean Pelton, he's actually a writer on the show, and he's won some Oscars for.
Emmys are at TV.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Dude, that's hilarious. He's a writer on that. But
Yeah, he's a pretty good writer apparently.
yeah, he's hilarious. His character is so funny. But so here's this podcast. It's called The Darkest Timeline with
Oh my
Ken
gosh,
with
no way.
Ken Jeong and Joel McHale, who's Senor Chang and Jeff Winger.
Oh
And
my
they
gosh.
basically they just do
Where's
FaceTime
where's
podcast. It's so funny.
where's Abed?
He was on the on episode 2 or 3. He was on for a second. They've had him on and they had Britta on.
Where are they now? Kind of like
They're
dead in the water, right?
well,
They don't do anything.
Joe McHale does stand up. He's always been a
Yeah.
stand up guy, so I think he's been doing that. Ken Jeong is actually a doctor. I don't think he's practicing anymore though. But
Yeah, I heard he quit just to be an actor,
yeah,
which is funny
um,
because he actually appears as a side character. So in like I think season 2 of The Office goes to improv practice.
oh, when Michael goes to improv,
Yeah, do you remember when he's at improv, all he does is like FBI and just shoots people, and like
yeah,
they don't want to
yeah,
like do improv with him anymore.
yeah,
So, what's his name? Ken Jeong. Ken
Ken
Jeong.
Jeong or something, yeah.
Ken Jeong. That actor, he's in there. He's very. I think that's like his like first foray because he's like an extra and he has a couple
Oh,
lines, but
cool. Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that.
So
Yeah, so basically the podcast they talk about coronavirus for a little bit just to kind of like Ken gives like his take since he's actually a doctor and he knows what he's talking about.
yeah,
And then they basically just reminisce on Community and they tell like backstage stories and like cast get-togethers like after the show is done where they all just get like wasted, and
yeah.
it's a really fun podcast. If you're a fan of Community, you would enjoy this podcast. So,
Interesting. The darkest timeline.
The Darkest
I
Timeline.
feel like Abed has to be on that.
I know he was only on it for a second. He talked for like I can't remember what he was saying, but yeah, The Darkest Timeline, which is a wonderful Community reference. So
Yeah, do you think it's worth explaining?
yeah, The Darkest Timeline. So well,
Yeah.
it starts when they're at Troy and Abed's new apartment, right, for a housewarming party. and someone rings the doorbell to get the pizza, or the doorbell rings and it's the pizza guy, and they're like, well, who's gonna get it? So Jeff
Mhm.
rolls the dice or whatever, and Abed is like, just comes up with all these different timelines, as if it rolled a one, then this timeline would have happened, or if it
Yeah,
rolled a
yeah.
two,
He's
then
like,
this
you
timeline would have
realize you're
happened.
creating 6 different
Yeah,
universes or something,
it's
right? Yeah.
just creating 6 different timelines. And then
Yeah.
there's one episode in like season 5 or 6 where from the darkest timeline, evil Jeff and evil Annie come to try and like take over the world or something.
Yeah, yeah,
That's so, oh man, I love that show.
yeah. And like, yeah, when they go through the different timelines, like I think in the darkest timeline, like all these crazy events happen, and like someone gets shot, Pierce dies
Pierce
that
gets
night.
shot and dies, and
Jeff loses
uh,
his arm in a fire that starts from like a
yeah,
cigarette, like hitting alcohol or something, like crazy
Troy
stuff.
Troy loses like his
Yeah,
throat or
he
something.
loses his larynx. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so funny, man.
And they all wear black clothes or something.
Yep. Yeah, the best is Evil Abed. Evil Abed is so funny.
Oh, they all have goatees. That's right.
Yeah, they have their goatees. It's just like a felt goatee.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to let you know about that podcast. I thought you might enjoy it.
I can't quite think of the right word to describe how much I'd like that podcast. Why don't we check our word of the day?
Oh, well played.
Boom. Today's word of the day. Installment plan. System by which debts as for purchases are paid in installments. Don't use it right away this time. We'll save
Yeah,
it.
I'm not going to. I'm gonna write
Save
it
it and
down.
savor.
I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna forget. Installment plan.
You learn, you live, you love.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
Yeah. What's up?
update. So I've recently learned, this is kind of old if you're current on Corona news, but rappers have been getting released from prison due to
Yes.
Corona.
Yes. Why just rappers? Why not
So,
everyone else?
I don't
No, they
know.
just let everyone go. Just like chaos on the streets.
I have no idea. Honestly, I always have been saying Bobby Shmurda should be released. Racketeering charges are fake. They're just excuses. Honestly, messed up, but it is hilarious to see the return of 6ix9ine before anyone expected, because he has like
I
asthma or something, so he's susceptible.
I was so mad to see that he got out. Can't stand that guy.
Rappers with asthma like are seems like an oxymoron.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh.
I think Bobby Shmurda also has an autoimmune disorder, so I think he might be freed eventually.
Which one is
Can
which one
you?
is Bobby Shmurda?
Oh, which one's Bobby Shmurda?
Is this one that Brian always talks about?
I have no idea. But take
I know
a
Brian
moment
loves
to Google the Shmoney dance. S
the
H
Shmoney.
M, SH money dance.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Yeah, so that's why he needs to be free.
Yeah, I can see that.
Uh,
And yes, Bobby Shmurda is Brian is a big fan, and he has talked about him being freed before. So
it's also funny. It's unfortunate. I don't think TK is going to get a release out of this Corona time. You don't typically get released for murder, but one day.
maybe one day.
I do love the story of TK, if you're unfamiliar.
I don't think I know it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get details wrong. Forgive me. But the
Okay.
main gist is he goes nuts on like just hanging out or something. I think he kills somebody. He kills some girls for like not like, being with him.
Nice.
Kills
Class
them.
act.
Then he goes to court, doesn't win. So he just runs. He just gets in his car, is it, and he's on the race. So he made the hit song The Race while he was on the run from the cops.
I've heard of this.
He stopped, spent time in the studio, dropped like a insanely good song, and then he killed like an old man while he was still on the run.
Nice. What a good guy. Great guy, really.
But one of the funnier things I've ever seen is he talks about killing people in the race. The song, right?
Yeah.
Which he wrote and produced while on the run from the cops. And apparently they used it in court. They played it in court as like evidence that like, you know, he killed these people and ran away. And
What an idiot. What an
it's funny that
idiot.
like these memes are like people are just like the jury and the court just like breaking it down to the race, like
That's pretty funny.
oh man.
Not funny that he killed a guy. It kind of sucks, but
Yeah, really sad. But honestly, he should still be free because his music's good.
yeah. Speaking of this, so for coronavirus, dude, I saw this study that like a lot of teenagers who are asymptomatic are starting to get like this means that you have it, but you don't really have any. There's no effect to it, but like people are starting to get like I don't know, they look like pimples or like zits, but like on their
Okay.
toes, and people are calling it COVID toe. COVID toe. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention and to anyone else who is listening that you should check your toes every night before you go to bed because you might have COVID toe. So
See, now the thing is, I instantly want to drop some toe related stuff, but
drop some go for it. Drop some toe related stuff.
no.
All right. Can I send in a request for a new word of the day because I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Just think about the word like an installment plan. In certain instances, you have to use it as in pay back what you owe using the word.
You
So, for
just
example,
dogged on me right there, dude.
wait a minute. Did I just use the word of the day?
You just used the word installment plan, which is the word of the day.
Hey, word of the day.
Installment plan. What is the I asked my dad what the installment plan was the other day when he was redoing a bathroom. What's the installment plan here, Pops? Shower first, just like that.
I don't think it fits the definition, but I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. So
Oh,
kind.
bones. Oh, bones. It is April 20th. This day in
It's Earth Day.
history. It's Earth Day. Wow. Nobody cares. I didn't see a single thing. Woo. Anyway, actually, someone made a good point. This is probably the nicest we've been to the environment in a long time with everything shutting down.
Yeah, honestly. I'm a big
But it's funny that
Earth
nobody cares.
advocate. I'm an Earth advocate, dude. I try and be mindful about what I'm doing in relation to the environment.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance for me. I want everything to be beautiful and natural, but I also want money as easily as possible.
This is true.
These two philosophies don't really mix,
Yeah,
but
they
I
don't go
try
hand in
my,
hand.
you know, I take and grab what I can. It's a
Yeah,
mixed bag.
I
Where I
try to
always win.
not I try to not use like I try not to buy bottled water and stuff. And then like
I mean,
yeah.
especially if you have a water filter at
Right?
home,
Yeah, I agree.
it's kind of dumb.
It's like what's the point, dude?
I don't know. Water bottles are silly in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Just use like a reusable water bottle,
Now on the flip side, 2-liter bottles of pop are stupid. You lose all the carbonation. Those need to be separate cans. But honestly, if they wanted to be more environmentally friendly, why don't they just do like canned water or something?
Water in a can.
Why
That's the
not?
greatest idea I have ever heard. That's
Environmentally
amazing.
friendly water, just sell it like a Coke can.
Water in a like you need to get like a can opener and like put you like stick the thing and you like crank it or whatever. And you just start drinking out
Yeah,
of
you
like
gotta
a
put
soup can.
it. You have to put it in a magnetic thing, so it goes like doom, like it rotates around.
Yeah, yeah. That's how you get your water.
After a hot day, it probably should cut your lip.
Dude, some guy's like dying in the desert and he finally crawls all the way to like civilization and he's
Like Beavis and
like
Butthead.
exactly. And he's like, I need water. And he takes like the canned water, puts it into the magnetic thing, and it slowly starts spinning and he just watches it and it's not quick enough and he He just dies right there. Doesn't get it off. It's like, damn.
Only he had plastic bottled water, he would
If
still be
only.
alive today.
I guess so. Yep. Plastic bottled water saves lives.
Today is April 22nd, Earth Day, but
Hmm.
also in ancient Greek history, a certain little monkey
Hmm.
had some troubles today.
Yes, he did.
Let's learn about history today. It happened once upon a time that a certain Greek ship bound for Athens was wrecked off the coastline of Piraeus, the port of Athens. Had it not been for the dolphins, who at that time were very friendly towards mankind and especially towards Athenians, all would have perished. But the dolphins took the shipwrecked people on their backs and swam them back to shore.
Now, it was the custom among the Greeks to take their pet monkeys and dogs with them whenever they went on a voyage. So, when one of the dolphins saw a monkey struggling in the water, he thought it was a man and made the monkey climb up on his back. Then off he swam with him toward the shore.
The monkey sat up grave and dignified on the dolphin's back.
You are a citizen of illustrious Athens, are you not? Asked the dolphin politely.
Yes, answered the monkey proudly. My family is one of the noblest in the city.
Indeed, said the dolphin. Then, of course, you often visit Piraeus.
Yes, yes, replied the monkey. Indeed, I do. I am with him constantly. Piraeus is my very best friend.
This answer took the dolphin by surprise, and turning his head, he now saw what it was he was carrying. Without more ado, he dived and left the foolish monkey to take care of himself while he swam off in search of some human being to save.
So many lessons to learn from world history. Man, of
That was amazing. A great story, Muns. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. And
course.
now I think we first off I want to bring up this line here. This answer took the dolphin by surprise, and turning his head, that is just like the strangest image you could think of, is a dolphin going like hmm, just like like turning around to look behind him, like it's just not
Oh my
possible.
gosh.
But Muns,
I
what
like
do
the
you
lesson
think?
you take from this.
Yeah, what I was about to ask, what's your lesson from this, dude?
First off, dolphins don't give a crap about monkeys or dogs.
Oh yeah.
They'll let them drown. And the second answer is if someone thinks you're from Athens, make sure you know that Piraeus is a port and not a person.
Not a person. That was the critical mistake that monkey made in surviving.
It
I
was
guess
so
so.
obvious. Even
It
a
was so
monkey should
obvious.
know that
I think
Piraeus was a
that might be the lesson here.
port.
That might be the lesson here. But
Honestly, it's so bizarre. I don't know like what the real lesson is here to like
maybe
fake it
it's
till you make it.
anti. It might be anti Earth Day. Actually, it might be like, hey, listen.
Kill the monkeys.
I know you love animals. I know you love animals, but sometimes human lives are more important. That might be what it is, dude.
I wonder if this is actually accurate. Like Greeks had monkeys as pets.
You think so?
I don't know. Monkeys are pretty horrible pets. They could kill you, rip your nuts off in like seconds. Like
Well, not like a little friendly monkey, like the one from Friends that Ross has.
I don't know. They're buff. Like a chip that's half your height could
Well, I don't
kill
think
you in
anyone's gonna
seconds.
have like a bamboo or a gorilla as their pet.
No, no. Like the monkeys that are like 4 feet tall can kill you so fast. Like arm strength is greater than if your arm was the same size as a monkey's arm, a monkey would be stronger than you. They're like so buff for no reason. Makes no sense. They don't even
Hey,
work out. Like if you made a monkey work out, you know how like insanely ripped they could be. Like if they did any weight training.
dude, that's something I'd like to see.
Could you imagine a gorilla doing weight training? Like a buff gorilla, like zero body fat. Like
It'd be pretty scary. You know that gorillas are vegetarians?
really?
Yeah. At least I think. I don't know. I'm gonna fact check myself real
I
quick.
don't know. Monkeys are. I know monkeys will just eat each other. Like they don't give a crap. They live in the crazy world. They think they're so cute. They'll kill you
Gorillas
as soon as they
stick
can.
to a mainly vegetarian diet, feeding on stems, bamboo, and fruit. But sometimes
As
they eat ants. Okay.
that is such an insane amount of work. They're like 2,000 pounds.
Yeah. How are they so huge from just eating plants?
I must eat all day. That sucks.
It's one of the wonders of the world right there. Gorillas and their diets.
Happy Earth Day.
So since we moved these classes to online, right?
Yeah.
Now I had I had to take math this year. It was the
Mhm.
only math class I have to take. And so I signed up for one. My counselor said it's really easy. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's a breeze. Like just take it. People in your major take it all the time. It's easy." So I'm like, "All right, cool." I
Mhm.
signed up for this class. First day of class, our teacher walks in. His hair is like covering his eyes. It's like all the way like this kid's like this kid. Like my teacher was literally a kid. And he walks in first day of class of this semester and he goes, "Hey guys, I just want you to know right now that we're not going to be having class for like 2 weeks because I'm going to Arizona." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. This guy's a beast." So anyway, he comes back from Arizona though and just expects us to know everything in this ridiculous math that didn't even include adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. None of it. None of it. I don't know what this math class was. And I'm struggling all year. Then we get moved to online classes because of the
Wait,
coronavirus.
what is the point of this math class? Like,
I
is it a
don't
statistics?
I
Is it
don't
like
know. It wasn't.
calculus?
It wasn't even statistics. It was called mathematics of social choice.
Oh gosh,
I don't know what it
I
was.
couldn't even guess what that actually
I
means.
have, dude. I was in the class and I couldn't tell you what it meant. Anyway, we go to online learning. He doesn't send anyone an email for about 2 weeks, and then last week I get an email that says, "Hey guys, sorry I haven't been responding to your emails or whatever." He's like, "I'm just gonna post the final online right now with some notes to go along with it. It's 200 points, and you can take it as many times as you want." and, then, and then that was it. So I just like 2 days ago, I didn't look at the notes at all, but I was like, I can take it as many times as I want. So I just opened it up, took it once, wrote down in a notebook which ones I got right and wrong, and then just continued taking it over and over again until I got it 100%, which took four tries. So
Nice.
I was like, there we go.
That's
There's
awesome.
tuition money at work right there, really paying off.
Yeah, it's a gentle feeling realizing that your expensive university degree is no better than an online degree in reality.
Yeah, honestly, that's what we're learning right now.
It only stings a lot.
Well, Munz, you have anything else?
Yeah, I had one more thing.
What's up?
Death.
Let's
Our
hear it.
final topic of the day. What over the last 10 years, it's 2020, have you noticed died hard? Which phrases, which words? I like off the top of my head, I think of neck. Remember neck?
Oh yeah,
You get necked,
yeah. I forgot
bruh,
about neck.
neck.
Yeah,
Remember
bruh has dropped
boy?
off.
Remember
Boy,
boy?
yeah, boy,
Boy got necked hard.
yeah, yeah. Boy got necked. Um,
uh,
do it
dang,
for the vine. Do it for the vine.
I got cut off.
Planking.
I'm trying to think like what articles of clothing no longer exist. Cloth belts,
The cloth belts. Yeah.
I think they're low key gone. I believe they still exist in like stoner surfers, skate, but
You remember the remember in like from like kindergarten through like third grade, I had like a magnetic belt.
yeah, dude, and you could pee than
You
anyone
could
else. You'd be like,
you,
you'd walk straight and go boing.
you could pee so quick. It
I'm
was
over
sweet.
here. It's like I'm solving a Rubik's cube in my pants.
Little
Try to get,
kindergartner trying to undo this belt loop. I
and
remember
then
all my brothers had a regular one, and then I was like, "Mom, like, why do I have a magnetic one?" And she's like,
so
"Oh
you
well,
don't
it's."
pee yourself,
She
honey.
was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh well, it's just like we're not sure if you'll be able to comprehend like undoing the belt loop, and we're afraid you might like piss
Oh,
yourself." And it's like, "Oh, okay, thank you. Thanks for looking out for me."
it's low key though. You probably peed twice as fast as everyone else.
Oh, dude, I was in and out.
I like to
Undo that
think
magnet, boom.
I like to think back to the kindergarten urinals when everyone would drop their pants all the way to the ground and just have their
All
butt
the
cheeks
way.
exposed.
I wasn't one of those guys, but yeah, I know a few
You
guys in
like
our
to
grade
think
that
that, but
were.
I bet there were some times you weren't
There
thinking about
there
it.
probably were sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, there were probably some times.
Which is even funnier because I remember in kindergarten, the guys and girls shared a bathroom.
Yeah. I
You
remember
remember
one
that?
time I was going to the bathroom. I think I was pitching a loaf and a girl absolutely walked in and I was just like I was so embarrassed like I think I just stayed in the bathroom for like 30 more minutes, probably. Like even after she left, I was because like I'm like a little kindergartner. I was very easy to be embarrassed, and I was just like, oh my god, like there's a
Yeah.
girl in the bathroom right now.
I
So
don't remember that. I do remember there was like urinals in the corner, and then there was two
yeah,
stalls.
yep,
I remember, and we all had to line up in the bathroom and just wait because, like, I guess we couldn't go to the bathroom alone.
yeah,
At like group bathroom time or something, and there'd be like a girl in front of me, like, just use that, just use the urinal. I gotta go. I gotta dump. Just use the urinal. They'd be like, I can't. I'm like, what do you mean? What is wrong with you? Like, go pee. I gotta dump. Like, good times sharing bathrooms.
yeah. What do they? I mean, I don't
And
know.
I'm sure there are some kids in the corners in the urinals, like with their bare, exposed, just like peeing.
Yeah, and then like a girl walks in to go use the stall, and it's like, what the hell? Some dude has his ass just hanging out. It's just like,
Yeah,
yo,
his hanging out,
yeah, his ass. Well played.
dude. That's death right there. Magnetic belts.
Dude,
Dead.
magnetic belt. That is dead. Yeah, that is dead.
Maybe.
What?
We don't know that. There may be kindergartners out there that still have magnetic
Yeah,
belts.
maybe. Yeah, maybe it's just a kindergarten phase. I mean, my phase lasted from kindergarten to third grade, but I was still rocking it in third grade.
Flex.
I'll be honest.
I'll tell you what, rolling up your sleeves, quite hard. Any shirt you wore, you had to roll it up at one
Oh,
point.
I did, dude. You could not catch me wearing a long sleeved shirt until seventh grade. And then seventh grade, when I was wearing a long sleeved shirt, had to be rolled. No way I was wearing it all the way down to the wrist. No
Dude,
chance.
short sleeve dress shirts are just so dorky.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway, I don't know why like sleeves is like the enemy of the child.
Yeah, well, yeah, growing up, it would be like, we gotta go to church. Here's a shirt. And I'd be like, that shirt has long sleeves. Like,
Really.
what are you doing?
What if
Get
I'm
that out
trying
of
to
my face, mom.
what if I'm trying to go to the park right now?
Yeah.
What if
Come
and I
on.
got these sleeves restricting me?
Ridiculous. How am I supposed to do monkey bars when I have these sleeves restricting my wingspan? Okay.
Gosh, dude.
Ridiculous.
Gosh. That's
Can't think.
dead. Dead.
It's dead. I don't know.
That's dead.
I just got a text message from the legendary Steven Buckles, dude.
Bucks.
A absolute hoss. Now, I don't know if he'll listen to this, but if he does, Steven, I'm going to give you a genuine what up, brother. How you doing? So there we go.
Bucks, we love you. Thanks for loving us because we love you.
He is a
So
beast.
thank you.
On that note, though, I think we're about to sign off here. So just want to thank everyone for listening, and
Thanks, birdies.
let you guys know that we have an email. It's really long, but I will give it to you in a second. And you guys can email us questions that you want us to talk about in next episodes, or just stop in and say what up, and we will say what up to you on the podcast. It's whatever you guys want. Send us whatever, make fun of us, send us horribly inappropriate things. I don't care.
Based on your attractiveness, male or female, you may be on the show.
This is true. No, the email is, you guys might want to get a pen and paper out for this one because it is long. Apparently, Real Talk at Gmail and Real Talk Podcast at Gmail and the Real Talk Podcast Gmail is all taken. So we went with the only real Talk Podcast at gmail.com. So if you guys want to hit us up,
Is that the only
please do.
real talk podcast at gmail.com?
It is. Yes, you're right there, Muns. The only real Talk Podcast at gmail.com.
That's interesting that you say that, Bones.
Why is that?
Because when you think about it, the only real talk at gmail.com is the only real talk at gmail.com. Tweaking off that juicy bee, huh? Easy gonna make it TPD, huh? Thought I was gonna run DMC, huh? I done died and lived in a DMT, huh? I see this type of high that don't come down. This the type of high that get you gunned down. Easy showing OD, huh? Turn DMC to smack DVD, huh? Russell Simmons from the me too. Pray for me, cause up and pray for me, dude. Thinking what if it happened to me too? E News, we out.
Yeah, Muns. Thank you guys for listening. Muns, real quick, virtual high five. What up? Right here, baby. Boom. Let's go.
We'll see more of that.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you later.
Thank you.